The next DIY is kind of like a two-parter DIY. I had this wood slab piece that I wanted to create a riser with. So I also found these hexagon beads off of Amazon, and I'm going to hot glue 4 of those to the bottom of my wood piece. Now this created a really cute riser for me. Now on top of the riser, I wanted to add some fun jars that would look kind of cute this spring. So you can get these jars at Dollar Tree. These 2 jars I had were actually from the thrift store. I'm gonna be using a spray paint called Krylon Sea Glass, and I have one that's in like a green color, but I also have an amber color as well. You guys are seeing me test out one of my new favorite products, which is this little turnstile that I got for spray painting. I love this so much for spray painting when it's cold outside because I can turn it as I'm spray painting and kind of spray it, but then it has handles down at the bottom so I can lift it up and take it inside to dry, because you guys know you can't leave things outside when it's not warm enough to dry. So I will link this product for you down in the description box, but I think I'm gonna buy a couple more of these because you guys know I'm spray painting all the time. So I did 1 light coat of spray paint on both of the jars. Next, I have this wood bendable piece that I will link for you as well that I'm gonna cut off and make a little base at the bottom. So I made sure I just had enough that it would go over the other wood piece, maybe like a couple of centimeters. Then I'm gonna add some E6000 to the back of these pieces. I'm also gonna put hot glue so it stays in place, and I'm gonna wrap it around the bottom edge. Here's how these vases turned out with my wood riser. If you guys enjoy watching my DIYs, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, Liz Fenwick DIY. I post new videos on Mondays and Thursdays. But if you need a little bit more DIY, I've actually created a second channel here on YouTube called Liz Fenwick Daily. On that channel, I'm posting videos daily that are around 3 to 5 minutes, so they're quick little DIYs that you guys can watch. So I would love for you to check out that channel and subscribe. I'll link it for you down in the description box. This next project is something that I really wanted to try, but I kind of haven't been doing it. I don't know why. Like, I just felt like it was out of my comfort zone. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I think I can do it. So I've been seeing all these different canvases on Pottery Barn's website and higher end websites, and I'm like, I could create that. Like, I could make that canvas. So that's what we're gonna be doing for this project. I think one of the best places to buy a canvas is from Buy Below. If you're wanting a larger one, like Dollar Tree, the largest one they have is an 8x10. They have a skinny one that's a little bit bigger, but the one I'm going to be using is in a 2-pack of 16x20. You can get it at Five Below for $5. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So about $2.50 per canvas. So I started out with my inspiration pictures. So I found this picture off of Pottery Barn that I printed out, and that's what I'll be using to kind of try to recreate my canvas from. Then I picked a color palette. So I laid out some blues, whites, creams, tans, black colors that I had to get started with. I also picked my brushes. So I had just a bunch of different styles of brushes to use. I had a foam brush. I had some water because I knew I was going to need to mix the paints with the water. And then I also had a wet paper towel. So I started by mixing my white paint, and I wasn't really worried. I had some chalk paint, some acrylic. I really wasn't worried about the type of paint that I was using. Maybe I should have been. Next, I mixed the color fawn and white, and I added that to the top portion. I had 4 different portions that I needed to create as like a base layer. Then I mixed in some blue with white until I was happy with the color of that. That's what I love about mixing paints, is you can really just, you know, add to them until you get the color you want. I'm gonna put that underneath the fawn color. Then I added some blue and gray, and I realized that was a pretty dark color, so I actually decided to add that to the bottom, then came back in later and added another blue color to the middle portion.
I used to let it in, all the things you said. You try to turn me into somebody else, but it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that.
From there, I needed to add a little bit of dimension, so I mixed some browns and blacks together to create those lines that go across the painting. I also added in, you know, black and white and just tan colors throughout just to kind of give a little bit more dimension. And then from there, I went back in and I blended the colors and I tried to make them mesh together better. You want to keep adding and creating until you're happy with the way it turned out. This is a project that is definitely buildable. Once I was happy with it, I let it dry. Then I created a frame by 1x2 board. So I found a long board I had in my garage and I cut it down so that I could create a nice frame around the 16x20. I used my nail gun to nail them together. Then I stained the wood pieces. And here is how this canvas painting turned out. I'm pretty proud of it. If you're somebody who's hesitant to make something like this as well, just go for it because I honestly did better than I thought I was going to. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.